Whoa, what the hell? A new camera angle? Yeah, I'm not in my car today. I am borrowing the SUV. I've got a little road trip to do today after the gym. So, we got a windscreen mounted phone holder, I guess. Not a bad camera angle though, I'm not gonna lie. It gets my good side. Oh man. Let's see. Weight update today. We're at 212.8 today. So seems to me that the average for the week will probably be around 213, which last week's average was 214. So that's a pound down, which is pretty much the rate that we're going for, 1 to 2 pounds every week. And there will be some weeks where we have a little more, and there'll be weeks where we have a little less, like less than a pound. Shouldn't be discouraging though. That is just the price of progress. It's not going to happen in an instant. I have had a hell of a day. Been doing shit all day. Woke up super early. All types of errands and life does not slow down. Even for the committed gym goer. But you still got to make time for it. I had to make a drive this morning, pick up the cat. We had him, we gave him the little snip, you know. So I had to go pick him up from the office this morning. And then, had to run and do a bunch of other errands. And I've got like a 2.5 hour road trip to do after this. And so it's an all day affair. But I am still making time for the gym. And just to speak further to my commitment, it's a leg day. It's, for some people, it's pretty easy to have all of these factors in life where they've got a bunch of stuff going on in a day and, oh, you know, it's going to be hard to fit time in for the gym today. And it's a leg day, so fuck it. I can skip leg day. That's okay. I think you've got your priorities a little mixed up. I mean, you shouldn't be skipping leg day in general. You shouldn't skip a gym day at all if you don't have to. Like, I've got the time. I made the time is a better way to put it. So it's got to get done. It's not up for negotiation. It is merely a matter of when is it going to happen? And for something like leg day, I've got to take some pre-workout. Every other day at the gym, I think it's a little easier to go in without like any stimulant in you. You can still kind of get pretty pumped up and get a good lift without it. But leg day just takes so much demand, so much energy, and it's hard. That shit is fucking difficult. I mean, you see it. You should know. So, decided to go earlier in the day. Right now it's about like 11:30 a.m. Sorry if the camera keeps like shaking around. I can't really control it, unfortunately. So if you get like motion sickness watching this, my fault. That is truly my fault. Cardio was done in the morning. Just 30 minutes on the treadmill. Not as long as I'd like. I prefer to do like 45 minutes. I kind of find that that's a sweet spot for me where I really start to work up a good sweat. But hey, any cardio is good cardio. So, in terms of the preparation for our leg day today, I'm pretty well hydrated. I couldn't tell you how many ounces I've consumed, but I even threw it in like a electrolyte packet into the big old Hydro Flask I was drinking out of. So I drained that entire thing. And then I ate not too long ago. Like, I probably ate about like 30, 45 minutes ago. And that's not ideal, especially for leg day. You're going to have a lot of knees going into your stomach and a lot of abdominal flexation. So if you've recently eaten something, it's kind of hard to not get nauseous while you're lifting, but I kind of just got to make do. This is fucking crazy. I don't know if there's a way to tighten this guy. I didn't really fiddle around with it. I'm going to assume. Actually, I really shouldn't assume. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing with this thing. But so I ate pretty recently on top of the pre-workout that I consumed, which is, I drank a fuck ton of water with my pre-workout. So my belly is a little full. So it'll be a little more of an uncomfortable lift today, but I kind of just have to make do. There's no way this UPS worker is pulling over right here. Are you fucking joking? All right. I'm going to have to figure something out here. This is my moment. Good Lord. Everybody's on the prowl today. So we're pretty well carved up, very well hydrated, pretty well rested. I am a little tired just because of how early I got up this morning and just fucking doing stuff all day. Didn't have a chance for a nap, but yeah, it's all right. We are good. In terms of what we're going to do, I anticipate a number of hamstring curls, be it seated, standing, or lying. Any of those is fine. Probably some RDLs towards the end of that, just because they feel fucking good. Man, this is rough. And then quads is kind of where we're going crazy. So just like my last leg day, we're really going to lock in on doing a more moderate weight and we're trying to get to that Bernie feeling zone, right? You know what I'm talking about. We're trying to make it there and try to remain in that state for as long as possible in every single set. So, do a bunch of leg extensions. Probably going to do some leg press. Leg press just felt really good the last time I did it, so I don't see why not. Why not continue that? Hopefully it'll be as good as it was last time. And then, I don't know, man. I think, honestly, leg extension and leg press are pretty much all I need to have a really fucking killer leg day. It just hits every part of my legs. Ooh, it hits my legs perfectly. It hits every part that I want it to. Feels fucking great. And I talk about this every leg day video, but squats are great for building mass and building strength. But you got to keep in mind, I'm cutting right now. I don't have a copious amount of energy floating around in my system to where I can build any strength or build any mass. I'm not giving my body enough nutrients to be able to do that. The whole goal is to lose weight. We're trying to cut out as much fat as possible. So while I'm in a deficit, it's really hard to justify doing squats. Not to say that they're not beneficial even on a cut. They certainly are. But in my mind, I've only got so much energy in my system. So you kind of have to, find some cost cutting, smart shopper senses. Because one set of really hard squats to absolute failure on a cut, okay? To me, that's about equivalent to, in terms of energy expenditure, 2 or 3 really hard sets of leg extension. And that's not to say that I'm getting more bang for my buck doing the one, but the thing is, all of that energy isn't being directed towards the quads. I mean, the squat is practically a full body movement. We're working your entire posterior chain, got your calves, you got your abs trying to balance. I mean, everything's kind of playing a role here. And I mean, I'm trying to burn out quads. I'm trying to isolate and kill my quads. I don't really care so much for the other stuff. So I'd rather spend all of my energy isolating that one body part that I'm going for, as opposed to spreading around, only getting one set out of it, and then I'm burnt out. I'm not really able to do much more in terms of effective sets. So, I don't know. That's the idea. It's probably all semantics. I'm no expert. This is merely my own headcanon here. So, enough yapping. I am going to make it to the gym here in a second. Gym probably won't be that busy. It's a Saturday, like early noon. So I don't expect it to be that crazy, but I will see you guys when I'm in there. Oh, man. I know what you're thinking. I can already hear the disappointment. No footage in the gym. Not even a leg pose down. Man, I'm sorry. I just, in terms of the actual, like, recording of sets, I just didn't get a chance to. For a variety of reasons. Gym was packed. I can't remember the last time the gym was that busy. So, a lot of the time I was like working in with somebody. I'm not going to record them or, make them feel like, oh shit, he's recording. I gotta, not going to do that. Not interested. And then in terms of pose down, I had to fucking skedaddle out of the gym. I had to shower as quickly as humanly possible and head out because I am, running a little behind schedule. But let's go over what we did real quick. We did, after warming up hamstrings, we did 3 sets of lying hamstring curls. Felt fucking great. And then 2 sets of RDLs. And after that, I mean, hamstrings were pumped. I didn't need to do any more than that. And then I moved on to quads, warmed everything up, warmed up the adductors. And then, what did we do? We did 2 sets of moderate weight leg extensions, going for the Bernie zone feeling like I was talking about. And then I did 3 sets of leg press. Now this isn't the leg press that I normally do where it's a stack loaded like on a machine. It's almost like a horizontal plane sled. This one was the more vertical one where you're sitting down on the floor pretty much and the weight's like above you. So loaded up 4 plates, did that for 2 sets, and then, I took off half the weight, and then I did 1 set of single leg. And it felt, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Come on, guys. Let's get a fucking move on. And then after that, I burnt out with, 2 more sets of leg extension. And that was that. That was that, my friends. Holy shit. Felt great. Hobbled out of the gym. Was, struggling to stay standing in the shower. So, I mean, fuck. Felt great. What do I have to yap about, man? What do I have? Well, I guess I can, since we're cutting, I'm pretty much always going to be talking about cutting. Just a little insight into how I, separate out my meals. Cause I tend to have a bigger appetite. So for me to like kind of snack throughout the day, that doesn't really work for me. Cause what will inevitably happen is I snack throughout the day and I'm like, man, I haven't had a full meal. And then, I end up eating a full fucking meal and I go over my calories. So what I like to do instead is I'll have one like 600 calorie breakfast, after I do my cardio in the morning. Just a nice, filling breakfast. And, from there, I just kind of like drink a fuck ton of water. That reminds me. I left my bottle at the gym. Fuck. Well, it's okay. They're not going to get rid of it. They'll put it aside for me. Holy shit. I am just like, I'm really all over the place today. I'm not going to lie. Very scrambled, very sweaty. Fuck, man. Anyways, I drink a fuck ton of water, and I would be drinking water right now if I didn't leave my fucking bottle at the gym. But, that's kind of how I keep myself satiated, up until dinner time. Lunchtime, maybe I'll have like a small snack or something. But in general, I try not to eat much of anything so that when dinner time comes around, I can have a nice, hearty meal, fills out the calories for the day, and I'm not going to bed hungry. I think that's the biggest flaw that a lot of people have is they'll end up trying to go to bed hungry. And then, I mean, nothing is more convincing than a sleepy, hungry voice inside of your head. So try to avoid that. If you can avoid going to bed hungry, I think you'll be better for it. So that's about how I do it. I know some people like to say, you got to time your meals, and like time out your glucose spikes so that, it'll fit your mesocycle or whatever fucking buzzwords they like to use. I think that's a lot of nonsense. I'm not saying that there's no truth to it, but for the average lifter, for the everyday man, like you or me, the benefits of that will be negligible. I think the only time that it's important for you to like actually time your meals throughout the day is when you're bulking, just because you got to fit in so many calories. And if you're on like a really heavy bulk, it's kind of hard to fit fucking 5,000 calories within like 3 meals. Rich Piana, I mean, shit, he got to the point where he was having like 12 meals a day and he'd time them out. So, if you're bulking and you kind of struggle with that, that'll be a good move. But for somebody such as myself who's bulking, I thought this guy was about to run the red light. I was going to say, dude, like, that could not be any fucking redder. And he's just sitting in the middle of the intersection. What a fucking douchebag. But yeah, no need to time your meals out if you don't need to. But enough yapping for now. I've got to lock in. I've got a long drive ahead of me. So I will catch you guys tomorrow for chest. Very excited for chest. Oh, and just to mention, leg pump was incredible. It was very freaky. I've noticed now that like, the body fat percentage is lowering, when I'm not pumped, I see like some pretty good quad definition. But then when I get pumped and I'm trying to pose, it gets all washed out. That's kind of interesting. But anyhow, chest tomorrow. Don't skip leg day. Do yourself a favor. Everybody wants big legs. It's much more impressive to have big legs on a bigger frame. So I'll catch you guys later.